Hi, welcome back to Dragon Ball Return channel. Today we will discuss Dragon Ball Part 2 before entering the video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. At that time, Goku asked again if Beerus was still looking for the Super Saiyan God. Hearing that, Beerus was very happy and thought if Goku had managed to find it. Actually, Goku hasn't found it. There is a good idea that Goku has. If the idea works, then they can definitely find the Super Saiyan God that Beerus wants. After that, Goku immediately shouted, calling Bulma to prepare her Dragon Ball. Hearing that, Vegeta looks very confused. Goku has called Shenlong and asked the secret of the Super Saiyan God. According to Shenlong, the Super Saiyan God can be born if 6 good-hearted Saiyan unite their powers. At that time, there were only 5 Saiyan on Earth. When they were confused looking for one more Saiyan, there was Videl, who was Gohan's wife. Videl told them that she was pregnant on that day. So, with the addition of Videl, the 6 of them have started the ritual to raise the Saiyan God goalkeeper past Goku. They made a circle of 6, and Goku performed the ritual above them. Goku's body hovered just above the circle and gave off a shimmering glow. Beerus felt that his time was worth waiting for, but Krillin was very surprised if it was really the Super Saiyan God. Even Goten felt that nothing had changed in his appearance. But if Trunks saw the hair of Super Saiyan, it turned a little red. But at that time, Vegeta could not feel the ki of Goku. Piccolo was sure that it meant that Goku had become a god. Ki of the gods cannot be sensed by immortal beings like them. Wise felt that Piccolo's knowledge was pretty good too. After feeling strong, Goku invites Beerus to fight again. If Goku wins, then Beerus must promise not to destroy the Earth. Beerus agrees to that, but Beerus is very sure that there is not a single creature in the universe that can defeat the Do of Beerus' destroyer. They have prepared each other to start the fight with everyone watching the fight. Goku started the attack by sticking out his hand to punch Beerus' body, but Beerus immediately held the hand and has not attacked back. Beerus wants to know how Goku feels to be a god like that. Actually, Goku was surprised but did not think that something like that could actually happen. Beerus was also quite surprised to hear that, and suddenly Beerus attacked Goku. Goku's body was thrown far away into the sea, but Beerus ran to beat him back. Goku tried to get up and fight off Beerus' attack. Instantly, they moved to fight and punch each other. Beerus' face looked very annoyed and continued to attack Goku. Goku's body was again kicked until it was thrown again, but fortunately, Goku managed to wrap his body around and take cover from Beerus' attack. Goku does not want to feel defeated just like that and continues to attack. Because the emotion in Goku's body had increased, Goku punched Beerus again. With one hard punch, Beerus was thrown to the cliff. Goku attacks him again and punches his body continuously. They floated in the sky while doing the battle, but Goku was still trying to be able to avoid the attacks that appeared on him. Instantly, Goku's body was thrown from the sky because it was hit by the Beerus so hard. Goku hit the rock until it split into several pieces, but Goku immediately got up at that moment. Beerus dropped to the ground to continue their fight. Goku's face was dripping with sweat, but Beerus saw that Goku had begun to adapt to the Saiyan God's superpowers. But still, Goku still couldn't match Beerus' power. Hearing that, Goku was very upset and shouted that it was just the beginning of the warm-up. Goku attacked again and they directed their attacks at each other. The hands of Goku and Beerus touched each other and held each other's power. At that time, it looked like the Earth was about to be destroyed because of the great battle. At the Hinkai kiosk, the great lovers felt if there was a vibration of the impact of the Beerus fight. But at that time, Champa had already gone somewhere very far away. For now, it's not the Dragon Ball anymore that Champa is looking for, so they must immediately return the Dragon Ball to its place of origin. Great lovers become afraid if it continues like that, because the entire universe will be in danger. Beerus and Goku are still fighting up to the Earth's stratosphere and do not stop fighting. They really showed each other's strength above the sky. Beerus felt very salute Goku's strength, but it seems like Goku can only survive above the stratosphere. It can be seen that Goku's strength is disappearing. Goku was very upset with his strength at that time and felt in a very unlucky situation. Even when he became Super Saiyan, Goku still couldn't beat Beerus, but Beerus doesn't care about that because Goku has entertained him enough. It's been a long time since Beerus fought with full power like that. Immediately, Beerus raised the Earth that he wanted to destroy with his hand. Beerus said that where there is good, there will be bad too. Everything that lives will die soon. As Beerus had said, Beerus would destroy the Earth at that time. But Goku was already getting annoyed hearing it and turned his face full of anger. But Beerus told Goku to rest calmly and not get angry like that. Beerus has punched the Earth with his hand, but Goku is still silent and has not made any movement. Piccolo was very scared and felt that something very serious was going to happen. Even Krillin was afraid that they were in danger. Wise only saw from a distance the movement that Beerus was going to make that time. Instantly, Goku showed a scary face to make Beerus look very confused. Goku said that he already had bad news for Beerus. The Super Saiyan God's power tells Goku if at that time, Goku is still unable to use the full power of the Super Saiyan God. But immediately, Goku's hand immediately issued an attack and danced Kamehameha. The attack was directed at the Beerus until it made the Beerus scream loudly. Under the Earth, they all felt the impact that was so hard. Seeing that, suddenly Wise flew straight to the stratosphere to see their fight. Wise felt they should immediately stop the fight with the results still undetermined. But Beerus did not hear Wise's words and felt that Goku was still entertaining him because of Goku's efforts that have made Beerus a little bothered. Then Beerus will delay destroying the earth until they meet again. Hearing that, Goku's face changed to look happy and made sure Beerus's words were true or not. Beerus simply turned around and told Goku to train his body and strength until the time came. But before Beerus left, there was something he wanted to tell him. That the world Goku lived in was included in the 7th universe. Beerus himself is the god of destruction of the 7th universe. Their world has 2 universes. Beerus was sure that Goku would be very curious about all that. Beerus even told him that Wise was his mentor, which means Wise is already stronger than Beerus. Hearing that, Goku immediately laughed loudly in front of them, but Beerus already said goodbye and left with Wise. But at that time, the great lover was speechless, seeing the level of Goku that always amazed. But still, great lovers still feel worried and hope that peace can last a little longer. Somewhere very far from the universe at that time, Guarana was very excited when he found out that there was a large Dragon Ball in that world. Guarana ordered the troops to immediately contact the main headquarters. They must convey to the main headquarters if they found the Dragon Ball. But suddenly the troops saw someone else coming outside the place. It turned out that what came at that time was Champa and made them very surprised. After that, there was a great explosion on the planet. On planet Frieza number 17 at that time, Sorbet was just getting information that the Guarana scout ship had been destroyed by someone. Hearing that, Shisami couldn't believe it because the Guarana troops were their second strongest troops. But the guards themselves didn't know who had destroyed the ship because their troops are getting smaller and smaller. If that's the case, then they have no other choice but to revive Frieza again. But Sorbet was furious, and they had to find the planet that held the Dragon Ball. Vados again reminded Champa of his plan. If Champa is interested in the big events that will happen later, then sooner or later, Beerus will find out about it. Champa already knew about it because if they met, then Champa would bring Beerus a little gift. At that time on the planet Beerus, there was Vegeta and Goku who were seen fighting. They held each other's strength with faces that were so tense. It felt like Beerus had to get stronger because there were still a lot of very strong people outside that Goku had to fight. But at that time, Vegeta felt if there was a very strong person also dealing with Goku. So before saying that, then Goku better defeat Vegeta. They attacked each other again and showed great strength. Goku punched Vegeta in the face with a super strong attack from his hand, but Vegeta managed to withstand the attack and fight back. Vegeta received attacks from various forms of directions and was not afraid, but Goku had already levitated his body and attacked from above. Goku's feet are already on top of Vegeta's head, but he manages to hold on with his 2 hands. While holding the leg, Vegeta said that the first person to destroy Beerus would be him. Instantly, Vegeta threw Goku's body until it was thrown far away. Even Vegeta doesn't want to be considered left behind with Goku. After Goku was thrown, Vegeta immediately approached him again, but Goku tried to get the power out of his body and avoided Vegeta's attack. Vegeta glanced at Goku, who was very upset and wanted to attack again. From the front, Vegeta punched and kicked Goku's body many times. Vegeta's anger is getting out and can't hold back his emotions. Wise, who saw the fight from above, was confused because Vegeta's heart became chaotic with such an attack. Goku is still trying to hide and avoid Vegeta's attacks, but Goku would not be found by Vegeta and managed to destroy his body. Vegeta did not want to give up and continue to attack until it had to destroy Goku. Vegeta throws Goku's body off the cliff and feels a lot of pain. Wise herself is already feeling confused by Vegeta's behavior, but Vegeta looks very angry and really attacks with full power, even though they had agreed not to use Saiyan God's superpowers in the battle that time. If Vegeta turns into a Super Saiyan God, then Goku will also turn into a Super Saiyan God. They will fight with the power of Super Saiyan God. Instantly, Goku immediately prepares himself to bring out the superpower. Hearing that Vegeta has agreed and wants to fight with super changes, because if they both turn into Super Saiyan Gods, then Vegeta's Super Saiyan power will be stronger, because Vegeta got it hard, and not like Goku, who made a ritual event. But Goku doesn't accept it because his strength must be the same. Suddenly, Wise comes to them. Instantly, Wise gave advice for them to give the name Super Saiyan Blue, so as not to be confused. Goku feels confused why it should be blue like Wise said, but they both need to be reminded if in the battle that time they should not change in any form. If they don't want to obey the instructions from Wise, then they will get into big trouble. Hearing that, Vegeta looked angry to the point of looking away at Goku. Just because they can beat Golden Frieza, that doesn't mean they don't need to train anymore. Before the events of that day, a very powerful and scary Frieza has been raised from the dead and suddenly attacked the Earth. But Goku and Vegeta, who are training in damping Wise, have managed to master the power that is almost close to the power of God, namely Super Saiyan Blue. With this power, they can already defeat Frieza, who rose from the dead. Wise changes the body shape of Goku and Vegeta with a stick to become very fat. The Wise thought that it was a punishment because they had broken their agreement. For that time, they had to use super heavy clothes. Even Vegeta felt he couldn't move with the clothes. They returned to fight above the sky with the big clothes. But suddenly, Champa and Vados came up to them. Champa asked who the 2 people who were fighting were, if maybe it was Wise's student. Even Champa greeted Wise because they hadn't seen each other for a long time. Wise looked at them and was surprised that Champa had suddenly arrived. Goku and Vegeta Vegeta, who were fighting, immediately stopped their attack and were surprised to see Champa. Vegeta became curious about their conversation, and there was a person who looked like Beerus. Wise asked if there might be something he could do for Champa at that time, but Champa asked for Beerus to be summoned immediately. Wise immediately left, even though Beerus was probably fast asleep at the time. Goku is very curious about the person who looks like Beerus, even looks like Beerus when fat. Vados says that Champa is Beerus's twin brother. They were surprised and couldn't believe that Beerus had a twin brother, but Vados told them not to talk because she was talking to Champa, the sixth god of universe destruction. They were surprised but wanted to know who was stronger between Beerus and Champa. Instantly, Vados also said that she and Wise were sisters, but between them it was clear that Vados was a little stronger. Goku was so excited to see that there were many people stronger than them, but hearing Vados's words from the front made Wise not accept. Vados challenges them to show proof right away, but Beerus wants to know the purpose of Champa coming to his place, which is not possible just visiting. Champa invited the Beerus to do their fight routine right then and there. Goku was surprised to hear the word fight, but soon on the table already provided 2 bowls of ramen and 4 eggs. Champa was very confused to see the ramen he wanted to try. Even Beerus himself did not know what food was in his hand. Champa told the Beerus to taste the Dondan bird's boiled eggs immediately, because it was a new species of bird that had recently been discovered. The flavor of the egg would definitely shut Beerus up. Goku just found out the fight they meant was an eating fight. It was indeed a ritual that the Beerus always did if they met with Champa. Goku wanted to laugh because he envisioned Beerus at full power. Beerus had eaten the egg and there was no expression whatsoever, but Champa felt happy because the egg had stored a lot of deliciousness and was not just a figment of his imagination. Champa immediately tried the ramen in his hand until it ran out and there was not a drop left. However, Champa felt the taste of ramen was decent and not too good, but Champa was curious where Beerus could get food like that. Beerus got the ramen from the earth because it was filled with various delights. Even Beerus was confused to explain to Champa. Hearing that, Champa didn't accept it and told Vegeta to look for something like Earth in the 6th universe. Vegeta did not understand what the 6th universe meant. Wise immediately explained to them about the universe. There were 12 universes in that world, and the one they were in was the 7th. But Vegeta still felt confused, and the first time he heard that, Champa came from the 6th universe, and universes 6 and 7 are very similar. All universes are paired together. For example, the 1st universe and the 12th, 2 and 11, and so on. So the whole universe was also formed because of a relationship. But Vegeta still doesn't believe in it. Immediately, Vados found a planet called Earth in the 6th universe, but unfortunately the creatures on Earth are all extinct because of the Great War that has no end. Champa was surprised and was laughed at by Beerus because no Earthlings could provide delicious food. Goku knew that wars often happened to them, but they always took care of destroying the Earth because Vegeta had destroyed the Earth in the past. Instantly, Champa became angry and told Beerus to fight a real battle, but Beerus was surprised why he had to fight Champa. But Champa still invited to fight physically. If Champa did, then Beerus would have to give the Earth to him. Beerus was surprised because Champa wanted to fight fairly and honestly, but they were not the ones who had to fight at that time. Each of them had to choose a candidate from the universe to fight. Champa wanted to invite Beerus to make competition. The 2 teams would fight, and whoever defeated the team leader of the 2 teams would be considered the winner. It was a team battle competition where the other team would be directly chosen by the god of universe destruction 6 and 7. Hearing that, Goku was amazed and very great. In ancient times, there was a battle between the gods of Champa and Beerus. At that time, Champa gave an attack, but the Champa attack can be blocked by Beerus very quickly. Champa threw a ball to destroy Beerus. Even the ball will continue to follow where the Beerus goes, so Beerus won't go anywhere but a shadow. They kept shouting until they finally got off the planet. Because of that incident, the Beerus continued to attack continuously. Champa fell down because he had to dodge their attacks. They moved to each planet and destroyed it. The light appeared very bright because of their behavior. They continued to fight each other with faces that looked annoyed at each other, but it turned out that at that time Champa was angry because Beerus had eaten the fruit on Champa's birthday cake. That day was their birthday, which was on the same date. Wise and Vados just looked at them, didn't even think that something like that would happen. Champa was very unhappy because the puffs were his masterpiece. They continued to fight and attack just because of the puffs. They defended the universe that could produce delicious sweets. They had to destroy the Earth just because of that fight. But immediately the Wise made the suggestion that they make a cooking contest. So after that, all the flavor issues would be resolved in the contest. Champa accepted the offer and would not lose to Beerus. So the day came when Beerus and Champa had to have an eating battle. As Vegeta suspected that the end of Champa often put aside his pride. Hand-to-hand combat is the only way to end a duel. Beerus felt that he would not benefit from the fight. After all, he did not know how Champa could move the Earth into his universe. It's been almost 10 years since Champa collected the Ball of Wishes. It was a mysterious ball that could grant all his wishes. With that ball, Champa could also move the Earth to his universe. But at that time, Champa only had 6 balls, and 1 ball could ask for his wish. If Beerus Realm won, then Champa would give him 6 balls. Goku understood what they meant by talking about Dragon Ball, but the Vados were surprised when they learned about the Dragon Ball. But in the universe, they also have a ball like that. What Goku meant was the ball that had been made with the Namek Nation. Champa had guessed that the Namek Nation had gotten a small piece of the Space Ho Ball to make their own version of the ball. The real Ho Ball is different because one level of the ball can be as big as a planet. Some even nicknamed the ball planet of wishes. The ball can grant the wishes they want. In other words, the ball is a super Dragon Ball. But Beerus felt Champa had not been able to find all the balls. Goku suggested that with Bulma's radar, they could find the ball, so Goku begged to continue the tournament. Because of that, Beerus asked Goku and Vegeta who really wanted the tournament. After they agreed, the tournament started immediately. The tournament rules at that time were almost the same as the Budokai Tenkaichi. If they fall outside the arena, they will lose and cannot kill their opponent. No weapons and no drugs to strengthen the body. Vados didn't understand that all this was true according to Champa's wishes. If Champa lost all the balls of hope they were so hard to find would be lost, but Champa was confident because he saw their slow movements. Goku told Beerus to choose 5 people to fight. Goku posed the name Piccolo, and Vegeta pointed to Gohan, who had more potential than them. But unfortunately, at that time Gohan had become a nerd who always studied and even lost his Ginyu. Instantly, Beerus said that he had chosen the last participant. Goku is curious who the opponent that Beerus has chosen. Beerus has already mentioned that in the long history of fighting, Goku is the second strongest opponent he has ever fought. So Beerus has the last person is the strongest opponent he has ever faced. Hearing that Vegeta and Goku were very surprised. Goku is still confused. Maybe what Beerus means is wise. But wise can't participate in the tournament. It feels like Goku is very impatient to meet that person. But for now, Beerus told them to return to Earth. Beerus told Bulma to find the 7th ball before the tournament starts. Goku must fight hard in his tournament because whatever happens cannot lose to universe number 6. But according to Goku, all that will not affect them. Still, Beerus wants them to be able to fight with great power. They went back to their home and asked Bulma to make a dragon radar that could show the location of the Super Dragon Ball. It didn't take long for the tool to be made by Bulma. All Bulma knew was that their universe should have a Super Dragon Ball. Even Vegeta felt that they should search for the Super Dragon Ball first in their universe. They were at the edge of the universe, so it wasn't ideal to search for the ball. Goku had to head to the center of the universe to start his ball search. Goku felt that they needed wise help, but Bulma says that it's no big deal. Bulma immediately contacted her brother Tice to request a spaceship. Tice would bring it in within 50 minutes from Earth. 50 minutes later, the elite team's ship arrived and didn't want to go on such a trivial mission. Bulma asked a member how to go to the center of the entire universe. The member was surprised that the universe was so vast, but maybe the mysterious Zunu who knew everything could find out about it. Bulma invited the member to meet her, but only one person could board her plane. Bulma went with the members, and Vegeta told the elite members not to mess with Bulma. Goku feels that they have a very strong wife, but Vegeta himself hates Bulma's attitude like that. But only strong women can face their Saiyan blood. Piccolo did not think that was the reason they got married. At that time, Champa and Vados on their planet were preparing a place to fight. Even Champa felt that they had to use their planet Saiyan to enter the 5 participants.